let's see. So we've got... Okay, you've got a pretty... We'll see how this comp goes.
But a pretty solid career comp.
Yeah, all just minding your Ana, because
Yeah.
they would really just... They're really just gonna look for your Ana as soon as you guys go in.
Yeah.
Unless you, like, leave your Genji to
To help
mark
Ana,
whoever.
which I
But,
do from time
we'll
to
see.
like. I mostly play with my Tracer actually, not really my Genji.
What'd you say? You play
I
with your
mostly play
Tracer.
with my Tracer, not my
Okay,
Genji.
cool. We can just watch out first fight.
Hey there. Hey. Hi. I'm with you. Rise like the sun.
Suzu was kind of unnecessary, but
Yeah, this fight just kind of a slow fight. Let's just look at that first. Okay, where is all of your team going? Your Tracer goes bottom left. I assume your Doom and Genji go top right. Okay, your Doom messes up his rollout.
yes, my
But
Genji goes top left, I think? I don't know.
oh, Genji goes top left, and I assume your Doom's looking to...
Yeah, go up there.
Okay, get a slam or
I
maybe
think
punch someone
Genji
off
is
fight.
too, but like, I don't know why he's doing that.
Let's just see where everyone is going, because I
Yeah, okay,
think
like, Ana's far back, which is totally understandable.
she's just slow. She's just
Yeah,
slow. The rest of you
Ana.
guys are so speedy. Okay,
Poor
that's
Ana.
gonna be something that in this comp is gonna be tough.
Tricky.
Is how much everybody moves,
And
and
then you have Grandma.
yeah, you have to, and you can fill in the gaps a lot better than she can in terms of where everybody is. So you're going to be... You can see where... Both of you can see where everyone is, but you can actually, like, act on it and
Ooh, yeah,
reposition a lot
actually,
easier.
like, react on it instead
So
of, like...
repositioning, based on who... Like, prioritizing who needs your help, who's going to be able to get help from your Ana realistically soon or right now or not very soon, and then acting based on that.
Okay.
Also, who needs help? All of these heroes, it's really easy to TP in and then they leave you. But all of these
Yes.
heroes, it's also easy to miss Suzus on because... Or heroes that don't need Suzu, like a Tracer.
Yeah, because, like, I Suzu them, then they'll use recall. So I gotta
Exactly.
be careful. Like, I gotta be
Exactly.
mindful of their cooldowns.
Right. So it might be a good default to trust them with their own cooldowns and
Yeah, and then if, like,
save...
that's not working after, like, the 3 or 4 deaths, use Suzu from time to time, right?
Right. I mean, actually, you could really go either way. The first fight or first fight's always going to be limit testing. You could decide,
Yeah.
am I going to limit test? Am I just going to be like really aggressive with my teammates and just kind of like leave my Ana and hope they can't touch her because we're just really aggressive and they can't reach our Ana? You could limit test that way, or you could sort of limit test your teammates being able to use their own abilities to keep
Yeah.
themselves alive. So you could it depends on like how exactly you want to limit test, because you could kind of go in either direction, but I think it's safer to trust them to use their own cooldowns, and the person on your team that is probably going to get the highest value, like consistently in terms of like landing Suzus and being a safe TP at the same time is going to be your Ana.
Oh, no.
So, that's just first fight where everybody is rolling out. That's my first thoughts. I'm like, whoa, you got so much movement on your team, with the exception of one person. So that's something we can keep in mind. Your first play, you go and you want to help your Tracer.
Yes.
Okay. I'm fine with the TP here.
Yeah.
What's your what are you thinking about with your TP here? Why do you TP to your Tracer? What's your goal?
She... Okay, so in VC, he kind of just called out TP because
Oh, okay.
we were gonna try and choke at their Ana, but then their Genji ran.
I
He got
see.
antied. Yeah. So like, what's kind of outcome play?
So if your Tracer didn't want to go this very second, and
Yeah.
she was just kind of like, she wanted to give you a TP here so you don't have to walk this, right? You're not going to take
Yeah.
any damage. Like, it's also a lot less people on their team are going to know. You're less likely to get pinged out if you just TP, never make any LOS with the enemy team, right? It's a good setup TP. It would require you guys to chill for a second, or at least you to like you TP in and then you kind of chill here for a second, because you still need to wait your 7 seconds until you have your TP again. So this could be like a good like set up TP. Or let's say if she went like coast or something. Obviously this is faster for her. But coast would be nice because she can walk this way, blink, and then you TP here, and at no point has anyone on their team seen you. Either of you.
Yeah, okay, true.
So this would be a setup TP where no one has seen you. Sure, they have an idea. They can hear you, right? But this like last bit of this rotation, right, that you're making is time that you're getting your TP back already. And by the time you are engaging, which this doesn't look fun for you and your Tracer to both be in the same spot versus an Ana, because her projectiles are massive and she's shooting at two of you that are kind of in the same spot. Like, she's going to hit something. And
True.
and a nade. I mean, her nade is guaranteed to hit here as long as
Yeah, but she already used nade on my Tracer.
she already. Oh, she did. You're right.
So
That was the next thing I wanted to talk
I
about.
TP'd and Suzu'd in.
Okay. Now, I would not Suzu your Tracer here.
Yeah, true.
Because she has her recall.
Yeah,
Right?
okay, that's solid.
Now, if you come in here and you Suzu, that's an ability that could be used on both of you, right? And then let's say she doesn't use recall, right? You just Suzu. Then if she gets in a bad situation, she can recall later, right? Let's say now she gets antied. She recalls now. If either of you are in a bad situation in a couple seconds, then you can use Suzu on either of you. So it's just,
okay, that's better.
Right? Use the selfish cooldown first, and then the more like broad, like Suzu is more multi-purpose. You can use it for yourself or for her. That's why you hang on to Suzu. Let her use recall selfishly first.
Hey there. Hey. Hi. I'm with you. Rise like the sun.
And you said earlier that was not really unnecessary, Suzu. How come?
Cause Tracer still had
Oh, sorry, this one on your
this one,
Ana.
my bad. My bad. Cause like it was gonna run out in like a millisecond.
Right, she's behind cover and it's gonna run out. If that Genji hadn't already dashed you, right? Let's say you TP'd to her and the Genji didn't dash you, right? He's just like waiting here and he's gonna chase you. Then I think it's fine. But you just got Genji dash out. I guess he could hit like a shuriken on her, but you're already in the process of healing her. I think it's okay. I think it's okay either way. It's not the worst. But
Yeah.
I do agree with you that like her anti was about to run out. She was behind cover from most people.
This was something.
I'm so surprised that hits her and not you.
Yes. I too was like, you know what, sure.
How? Oh, because he did it like towards the wall and it barely picked her up. Wow. Okay, interesting.
I just predicted that, low-key. That's all.
Nah, you're better. I know.
I'm just better, you know. That's that master's instinct for. That's a zoomer instinct.
Okay, so what are you thinking about this interaction with this Okay. Let's go back. What are you thinking about this interaction with this Doom?
Unique.
I see you want to get out. You get out. So now what's your game plan since you've left that Doom in your backline?
I was. Oh wait, where's my tracer?
Your tracer's with your Ana back there. I think she's going to help.
Like he is. Who did
Hmm
I do? Oh, it's TP to my Genji.
Objective.
I kind of felt like Anna's gonna deal with it herself, cause me scared.
Okay, if she lives, she lives. If she dies, she dies. Okay, I see. I
Yeah,
think
cause
it's
like my Doom was already dead, so I felt like might as well try and salvage the fight, kinda. Hopefully.
yeah.
Genji?
You guys, this
Or-
fight is really just dragging. Like you guys
It's
haven't really
so
decided to give up the
slow.
fight and
Yeah, like
regroup. And I think if there were any time to do that, it would be so no.
here.
You guys got to say, we lost. Me and Anna need to get out. And so this Doom can chase you a little bit, but it's not like he's Hazard. He's gonna wall you up. Like you guys could have gotten out here. You guys literally just could have walked out, dropped low ground, and
Yes.
yeah.
Instead we're like, yo.
Just go this way. And I think you have like a better chance of getting to your Doom and your Genji to help them
That way then
by just falling back, and then maybe your Ana can peek this way and try and help them as they like jump out, right? Or if yeah, I don't know if Genji's gonna make it down here to the mega room, but
I don't think he is.
I don't think you're getting past this Doom.
Okay,
Most likely.
true.
So like you can sleep him momentarily, but you're not getting past him. If he starts losing this duel, he's just gonna get out. Or
True.
it's not a duel, obviously it's a 2v1, but you guys, it's if he doesn't like it,
or no,
he's gonna get out. He might give you some space for a second, and then he's just gonna come right back. So I think realistically, staying
this is
here,
not it. This is not it.
it just kind of, you guys are in a stalemate, right? You guys are stuck.
Real.
Okay, so we already looked at that.
Attack the objective.
Yes, this is about where we were. I thought this fight was low-key salvageable until like what the fuck, what Genji? My shots were not shooting.
What's up?
So that's something else.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's just projectile.
I split from my tracer because like
Carried on the win. I'm on the objective.
we somehow win this fight, I think.
Okay, you're forcing point here.
Yeah, I kind of am. I should have just backed out there.
Yeah, how come?
I should have gone into room. Farah plus. Farah, if I'm in that corner, Farah can just literally do her like little dash up thingy. Hit a projectile instantly on me, and I'm dead. I fall over.
So you say here.
Yes.
I think you
That
could
is
also climb
insane.
back up here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because they have different positives and negatives of each. Here, you're holding space. You're forcing someone that wants to come up here. They have to look at you. And then you would probably reposition to your tracer as when you get forced out.
Okay,
So
wait.
your benefit would the benefit of being up here is you are drawing a little more attention, you're holding space, you're being a little more stubborn, and where your tracer is playing right now, you're fine with this, right? You're okay with TPing out, right? It's not like your only TP option is right in front of you. Like you've got options, and then your Ana is coming back from spawn very, very slowly. But if she were a little closer, that could also be an option eventually if she goes main or height. She might she honestly might just go main, to be honest, because it's a lot faster to get back to you guys. Or like you said here. Now, this is an option too, and the benefit of this is it's a lot harder. Like you're not going to be shot at from multiple directions as much, right? You'll be able to see that the Genji wants to go for you, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I can take this fight. This is it's a bit safer for you. But you are giving up space. So I'd say if your Genji was already up here, this could be, this is a little safer. You are the only healer, so you really do want to live for a second. But you kind of don't really want to give them the space either. So I could see it going either way.
Yeah, okay, true. But instead I just kind of do like something in between. It's really awkward and cringy.
Right, being on point, it's kind of the worst. Your worst option is just standing on point. You're not holding space that your team isn't already holding. You're no kill threat to the enemy.
Yeah.
And you're not in a safe spot.
Yeah, so like it was literally the worst of all. Here I'm just like, I was literally like, oh my god, call that Genji.
A little nitpick here is let's just turn around and see what our team is doing. If we
Okay,
can't
real.
do anything else right now, we're not shooting at people, we're not healing people, we're just going for this mega. Just turn around and get some information about what's going on.
Faster when you look at the way you're walking, or is that like a myth?
Oh, you are slightly faster. But in that scenario, it's
not,
more
okay,
important to get
my
information
solution thought
probably.
that Genji was still behind me.
I see. I still think it's better to turn around and shoot. I think it's better to turn around and shoot.
True.
Yeah. Just because Genji really does have to respect your kill threat.
True.
You know? Especially if it's like he's chasing you down like a narrow corridor. You're so spammy. You do a lot of headshot damage. You have big projectiles, so I think you just turn around and shoot whoever's chasing you.
Yeah, sorry, stream kind of. Oh my god, this was such a bad play for me here. Okay, we're not.
Oh, it happens. All right. Well, we can just figure out why it was a.
I can heal you.
We can look at why it's a bad
Why
play.
it was a bad play, and it's very obvious.
I see.
I just stayed here for like a solid hour.
You stay too long. Okay.
Yes, I overstayed.
So where would you TP out? Where do you want to TP out here?
Yeah. Maybe to my tracer or something?
That's the tricky part, is she might be your only TP option. I don't even know if you can TP to Genji. I think he's too far. And your Ana's way, way back on cart. So you are being stubborn and want to hold the space with your Doom, right? Because you know if you TP out to low ground, you can't get back up here to help anytime soon. So I understand why you're trying to be you're being stubborn up here.
But the way I did it was really bad.
Well, you don't even have a TP out to low ground. So yeah, your TP would be to that tracer. When that tracer shows up, she's probably your best TP. Let's look.
Come here. I can heal you. What's up?
Yes. Yes. I'd be fine if you take the health pack. Yep, you take the health pack and then hey,
you can
health
poke
pack
a little bit, but like shoot at Genji here like once and then max and then leave. Run.
Actually, I don't even care if, well, he's got deflect up, so I don't even, it's whatever. When you're shooting at him from directly the side, it sometimes will still like, because the hitbox on that thing, depending on how close you are, the hitbox of it kind of covers his. I think it depends on how close you are and how big your projectiles are, but I wouldn't even shoot at Genji here. What the most important part that I'm seeing is, one, you took this health pack from two people in the room that, you know, on their team that have good mobility and would want to use that health pack maybe at some point in this.
Yeah.
And the second thing is you force block. You did your job. Just leave. Just leave. Just TP out to either your tracer or your tracer right here. This is actually perfect. Why?
Yeah.
Your tracer is still on height. So you can TP out, reload, and then peek back in to help. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to...
You just stay too long. Yeah. Okay. It happens. We get greedy. But really, as soon as you got the health pack and you got block out and you saw that your team forced deflect, you can be like, okay, my job is done. I'm gonna just make sure I stay alive. I'm gonna go back to my tracer, and then in 2 seconds, I can re-peek my team for heals.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, no, my Ana was like low-key getting... I was just wondering, like, why would you not go Juno? That was my only thought, because like they swap Moira, they swap something else, I believe Mercy for a little bit. I know she swapped like 3 things, and I'm just like, Huh? Can we not go Juno? The character with a speed boost and like glide that can actually live against their comp pretty well.
Right, it's a little better. The pharmacy is pretty tough for
Yeah.
Ana. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I feel bad for my Ana, but at the same time, it's not my concern, because like, yeah. I said like, should I go brick for it? And my teammates were like, I don't think so, because our Ana's not providing that much value right now.
Yeah, and into pharmacy, it's just really hard.
Yeah.
That's just really hard. So
Okay.
I think that was fair. I think you're doing a good job on Kiri of assisting your front line. And sometimes your Ana's just gonna get traded. She's pushing right now, she's pushing cart. That's all. So, and if you can manage to keep up your front line for as long as you can, until their sustain is better than yours, right? Because it's a 5v4. She's pushing cart, and you've got one healer, and they've got two. Like, see how much cart progress you can get in the meantime. But that's basically how it's gone so far. But yes, I think you've done a good job of assisting your front line on Kiri in a way that Brig would not have been able to. So
yeah, thank you.
I think it's not a bad call to stay Kiri here.
Yeah, like, because my team is really good with Kiri, and I felt like Ana was kind of the open out, so it's like, I could go Brig here, because it would still fit the dive-ish nature of the comp, but at the same time, I would not be able to assist nearly as much.
Right. And like you said, you're assessing the value on your team, who's providing the most value, and is your Ana worth it, really? And especially into a comp where Brig's not going to help Ana against the pharmacy, which is really, true. She's so free.
Like, yeah, like, that was exactly what I was thinking.
So,
I was like, why are we on Ana here? But I felt bad, because like, I'm pretty sure one of my teammates, because I was in a voice chat, said also that she was a girl, and her name's Dishwasher, so I think that was ironically, so like, I felt bad if I was gonna flame them, because then like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
well, you said she went Moira, so we'll see how that goes when she ends up swapping.
Yeah, I mean, she goes negative the entire game, so like.
Okay. All right.
Spoilers. It does not.
I'm not saying it went good. I'm just saying maybe it went a little better.
Okay, better maybe. Good is just. Yeah, I was trying to TP here, but Genji. I got Genji. Where did Genji come from though? Like, am I? Oh, I hear him behind me. How brilliant am I? Jesus. Okay, I believe I had Spotify on, so that explains something.
It's okay.
That was not for Overwatch.
Alright. Now she's on Moira. Maybe she can live a little better. Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes with your Tracer.
This goes pretty fine, I think. Oh, it does. Kinda?
Well,
okay, never mind.
you
Does with this much or no? Like, I don't remember.
Let's see. You TP'd with your Tracer. You TP'd to your Tracer, and I think you engage a little too soon.
I have another VOD where I play with the same Tracer, and I do like really well.
I see.
We got a ton of kills off it. So like, we can also watch that one later.
Do you in that VOD, or if you remember that game, when you TP to her, do you guys like wait a second to start getting some of your TP back before you start making moves?
He's mostly most of the time already like in the position to like before the fight he's in a position and just calls TP. So I'll TP and then I'll get it back usually, which is like kind of what doesn't happen in this game.
I see.
Seeing a pattern.
Well, so you TP. Okay, he called for TP.
What's up?
You're here. Yeah, I would just chill for a second let them look at your Tracer first. Because now you've got Suzu forced and you still don't have TP up. So you've done nothing. You've hit one headshot on the Moira on this angle.
You've done nothing. Okay, Jesus.
And you can TP out here if you get out with your life. And then that's it. That's all you will have done here.
Okay.
Right? If you waited, let your Tracer take a little more aggro. I mean, you guys both peeked like 3 people at once. I think maybe the timing on both of your part could have been better. But you peeking immediately after TPing is just, it puts you in a bad, it makes you use Suzu when you want to use TP instead, right? Because let's say your Tracer peeks first, and she's not gonna peek where they're looking, right? I don't like that she peeks exactly where they're looking. Let's say actually she's doing something like this, or even from here, right? And then people are looking at her, and then you can start shooting from here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you and your Tracer still have some distance, right? And that means that if for whatever reason, oh snap, like what if this Moira she fades in on you or something, or someone starts looking at you and you want to TP, instead of just TPing back to your team, your other option would be the Tracer that's still in with you. Obviously it would be, you're really committing if you TP to your Tracer who's still in.
Yeah.
But that is another option that you have, because you wouldn't have used your Suzu yet.
Yeah, true.
Right? And you guys have this health pack here. And you guys have this health pack here. And it depends on where exactly you guys are taking this fight. But you have options here. If you let her go first, you guys play a little bit more split. So she is a realistic, viable TP option. Depending on how aggressive you want to be. Right?
Yes.
Obviously, your default is going to be to disengage TP. But right here, she's not a TP option, and you guys peek too early, and you get Suzu forced. Yes. And you don't even have TP to get out to your team yet. So the idea of going TPing to your Tracer to play on that angle is cool. Like
yes, it's good,
you know, it's an exciting angle. You can get stuff done. I think it was just the execution on your part and her part, right? Both of you could have done it a little bit differently to use your cooldowns more efficiently and stay longer. Because that's your goal, is to just stay longer. Even if you don't get kills, the longer you stay, the better it is for your front line. True. Or not your whoever's fighting elsewhere, your Genji and your Doom. Cool. That works out. Your Doom comes to help with you guys.
Yeah, this works out well, luckily, but it's kind of like goofy. I know.
You guys get point here, so it's fine. Just make sure you get out alive.
I believe I do.
Cool. Now, did he get punched?
Maybe.
I think he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't.
He has
you still really wide peek here though.
Yeah, because I wanted to counter Moira.
I see.
But then, disaster strikes. And I need to
disaster. Alright, I was just gonna say, let's see how you use Kitsune. Oh yeah, Cole really hurts. That's pretty tough.
That Cole was a really good better Moira, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you just got pushed right out of your Kitsune. Okay. What do you think about that? What do you think about that fight? So your Genji gets picked. Your Doom is
Yeah.
out of the fight temporarily because he's crit and he's using his ult. Don't know if he's
Yeah.
going to come back to you guys or if he's going to go back in where he was.
Battle ignites me.
He comes back. He comes back to help you guys.
Come to me for heals.
Yeah, my Tina was really bad.
But that was sort of, that fight was lost when your Genji died and then your Doom ulted. And essentially it was a 5v3, right? Because
Okay,
they just had more people looking at you guys. They had more people doing damage while your Doom was ulting. So it wasn't a terrible Kitsune, like you said. It was a good call and just bad timing. So with the Genji and the Doom ult. So I don't think that was really on you too much.
I'm on fire.
Okay.
Come to me for heals.
Now, this, she's here, and that means before you guys do anything, you're walking for a couple seconds, and you're gonna have TP again before you do anything. Right? You're already at 4 seconds. That's just unfortunate. That's bad timing. You guys came in too late, or your Doom went too early, or some combination of the two, you know? But the timing of where you TP'd to your Tracer and the fact that you had to walk out and now you have TP by the time you see people, I do like this. If you are going to use TP like this to TP in, quote unquote, TPing in, you know, you're TPing in for a setup. You're not TPing into a fight. So I like this. Like if we take the positives out of this interaction, I like that. Unfortunately, your Tracer and your Doom did just die. But
okay, yeah.
That's one thing about this that I think is good.
You see how I stand still when fighting the Moira? Very mindful, very demure. I still lose because I'm not.
Oh, you didn't
not
get
good.
you didn't get the mega. The mega just came back.
Yeah, I'm so salty about that one. I mean, Mercy would have rest either way, so like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you guys lost the fight. You were just looking for.
It would have mattered for my KD though.
Haha.
Sad.
Okay, you guys try it again.
Yes. We try it again because we never give up. Apparently.
You try it again, and your team's in a better spot here, right? Look at this timing with the rest of your team. So you and your Tracer. It looks like you're early, right? But you're not because you still have to take a couple seconds to get here, and you're wrapping all the way around, whereas your team is playing main. And so if you get there a little bit early and you just kind of want to go based on the timing of the rest of your team, that's a lot earlier than the other way around, where your Doom is already in, you TP in, and you're like, oh no, I'm coming. Oh no, I can't get there in time. He's dead.
Yeah, okay, true.
So this is good. This is a good early setup. And oh, it matches the aggression of your team really well. The positions of your team. You're able to help your Czar. Okay, well you leave your Czar. Ooh, nice. Right. Wait, hold on. For the record, I didn't think that leaving your Czar immediately was the worst thing there. She just got ulted.
Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play with my, because we have a Moira, so it's like
you have a Moira, exactly. Yeah, the Moira. Yeah, that's fine.
It's like it's giving subtle. What's it called? Subtle. I forgot what it's called. You know, where they show like a little bit of the person.
Oh, like, subtle foreshadowing.
Yes, yeah. It's that.
Okay, I see.
I was like, I'll leave my Moira to help my Zarya. It'll be fine. Subtle foreshadowing. It was not fine.
Ooh.
That was not good for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that the cast was still alive, and you used this Suzu when you didn't need to. Because, right, ideally, you want to use this Suzu dueling this guy. You want to get rid of this hinder here. Do you have 3 people looking at him? Yes. And he dies. So that's good. Hey. We're shooting at the doom block. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I might be good with that possibly. But like, the damage. The damage.
Yeah. Shooting at that guy with Kitsune speed is much more effective than shooting at the Mercy up there.
Yeah.
You're just projectile, like, it's not worth it. There are better people. If there are better people on your screen to shoot, it's usually just better to shoot people on the ground.
This was a really messy, goofy fight, because like we could somehow not kill Mercy, and I was just like screaming at my Genji and Twitch, like, can we just kill their Mercy? And I die, and they somehow C9.
I see. Yeah, that... It's tough when the Mercy is living and you feel like no one on your team is helping to kill her. You guys also just don't even have any, like, proper hit scan. But there were other people on your screen that I think you would put out more pressure just based on the number of kunais that you would hit on them versus I don't think you hit any on the Mercy, maybe 1.
Hey there.
Which is like not even shade on your mechanics or anything. It's literally just that's how it goes. You are just a projectile hero, and that is a flying Mercy, so.
Hey there.
Okay, we playing Coast. We gonna get Frisky?
Yes, we very silly.
Take action.
We very goofy silly. Oh my god, no.
Alright, first of all, before we watch this out, like, my POV, if I'm a Widowmaker and I just grappled up here. Like, you during your setup.
Okay, we don't talk about this. This was something else. This was like, you see, Crouching Tiger hitting Kiriko.
So instead of this, if you really want to do this, you need someone playing here, which you have, which is cool, and you can do this.
Okay.
Get some free kunais on... If someone wants to walk this way and they're looking at you, you just have a really quick TP out, right? Especially if it's a Reaper. Like, okay, that's... Like, Reaper comes around this corner, and you're out. You just immediately get out. But before that, you see this Moira. She's just walking. I'm sure she's just walking in a straight line. Throw a couple kunais at her. Maybe make her turn around, get fade out, and then, sure, you might have someone coming to try and clear you, and then you can TP out. But here, it's slightly further, right? But you have someone playing here, so you're okay. As long as you have someone playing on this height, you're fine. This, sometimes, but this is just not going to be a safe TP out for you, right? But this is, like, also technically in range. People playing back here, not so much. So, if you want to do this for first fight, you can. But I would put more value on being sneaky here. Just because they don't see you for whatever reason, but they easily could have if they literally just looked.
I'm just very sneaky. My outfit is very matching. Okay, like, if you look at it from third person, my outfit is very matching the bushes. That's it, you know? I love how the Reaper genuinely was just like, what the hell? Yes, he gave up. He was just like, I give up. This Kiriko cannot aim.
Come to me for heals.
I was just the aura.
Your poor Genji. Your Genji wanted care. Your Genji came to help you. I think he liked what you were doing, right?
Yeah.
And he wanted in on the action too.
But like,
but he got no care. You can just toss a Suzu here, I think.
Yeah,
if you can't afford to, if it would be a bit lazy, right? Really, you want to be healing, but
yeah,
because what happens now is he gets slammed and yeah. Oh, she ate. Oh, okay.
Under my protection.
Okay, I like that TP out. Yeah, that's just an echo focusing. You didn't look down? You didn't really look down to see what was going on with your tank, but I think you just, knew, surely? That he was crit and echo, like, right? Did you know? This? Okay, so you didn't know, but you didn't have Suzu. You're not in a place where you can Suzu him, and you are not out healing that.
Yeah, I was aware. Okay, I was aware that was happening, but I was like, I just TP'd out. I don't have TP, so I cannot do anything with that. I don't have Suzu. I can look at him, but then I'll get shredded right after. So like,
something you could do is, let's say, okay, you had Suzu on 2 seconds, but if you had Suzu here right now, something you could do is literally, like, let's say he was in this room. Actually, let me go back, like, where he was. If you can literally jump out, toss Suzu on this doorway right here, this little spot. So you're gonna jump out, toss, climb back up. So literally just jump out like one little bit just to throw Suzu and then come back. If Hog dies here, I mean, you trade tanks, so it's
it's fine if we don't let Mercy rest.
Oh, she already rest. So she doesn't have res to res their tank at least. But let's say that you didn't trade tanks and your Doom was still alive. If your Hog dies here, you guys just lose the fight. It's maybe still turnable here. But if you hadn't traded tanks and it was just your Hog really low, right? If you don't save him here, if you don't Suzu him here, you do lose the fight.
Yes.
Right? So it's not the risk of you jumping out for a second to throw Suzu is worth right. The stakes of if you don't throw it and you just guaranteed lose. So we'll see how it goes actually, because you guys trade. It's so you didn't know that, right? Because everything going on down there is you haven't seen this Doom's health bar in a minute because they're all down there.
Yeah, but I'm just like, oh my god, what is going on? What are we...
Well, the reality is you didn't have Suzu, right? You had 2 seconds left on Suzu, so we're just talking about a hypothetical. Good. Yeah. Yeah, you're just trying to get behind cover as fast as you can.
Yeah.
This is bad for you
Here I
guys.
was just like, what is my Ana doing? I'm 4 HP and she's just looking forward.
Know. She doesn't know.
Come here.
Oh. I'm... Okay, that's just on her. I don't know. Yeah, just too many kunais here.
Get them off the objective. Let the kitsune guide you.
I also think...
don't know why I should not have run this kitsune. I'm just like...
I think you TP to your Tracer here. And I think it would be worth just turning around to check if you needed this Suzu, if anyone was chasing you. Sure. I think you hold on to this Suzu, right? Because you guys are trying to stall this point, and whoever's going to touch might need that. Yeah, what's wrong with that kitsune? Why don't you like the kitsune?
And not a lot of people can capitalize off it.
Mm-hmm.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Right. And especially
like,
your
I
people
can
coming
shoot
back
at
from
people,
point.
but I will not be killing this Echo when she's moving around from
Right.
this far. Like,
Right.
I know
Right.
that's a skill issue, like, but unless you're like a top 10 Kiriko player, it's a skill issue, but like, unless you're a top 10 carry player, you will not be hitting these.
I don't even think it's a skill issue. It's just you're a projectile hero and it's just not very efficient to shoot at flyers, honestly. I mean, it depends. Is she using her shift?
True.
No, she's not. She's on the ground. So it's fine. She's just like on the ground like any other hero. She has a mercy pocket though, and she probably has her shift if she wants to use it. Now, no one that is coming from spawn can use this either, is the thing. And the only cover that anyone using this could use is potentially this, right? Which realistically, like this echoes here, your tracer could blink in and out of here, but then no one coming from spawn can use it either. It's very much like you gotta walk way onto point to use this. And so it's just like, not a very...
You have to run onto point extremely fast. Like, my tracer can use it, but...
it's not very inviting, right? It's not a kitsune that you want to use. It's a scary kitsune.
It's not like, oh my god, I will be running onto point just to use this one kitsune. Like...
Okay.
Recover and ready. Come to me for heals. You're fine. Arigato. What's up?
Meteor strike.
So,
Come here.
okay.
I like the fact that I hit shots there. Very potent.
So what happened here before the fight started, and you wanted to get some early damage in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were too early. And I say this because no one's here to apply pressure with you. But the worst part is you get your cooldown that allows you to be aggressive. You got that cooldown forced. And now, when your Genji wants to go set up, your Genji wants to go do the same thing you did, you can't be there because you don't have TP. It's like a tracer going in too early and she gets recall forced and then she's down for the first half of the fight because she can't re-engage. So just waiting a little bit for your Genji or playing in a way that you're just not going to get that cooldown forced. So maybe just staying here and poking, and you hear the doom start to come for you. Okay, fine. I'm going to make it really, really annoying for him. Like, he's going to have to put himself in a stupid situation to come get to me. And until my Genji is ready or my Tracer's ready, I'm just going to be pretty untouchable, right? I'm ready to go in when they are, right? Because I'm physically here. I'm already up on height. Or I'm ready to go on this angle. So something similar could happen with this Tracer if you're just poke, but don't ever let yourself take too much damage, right? And then maybe play off this if you need to. And then once your Tracer's ready, she's here, ready to go in, then you guys can go. But because you go before, you guys are like you're out of sync.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What's up?
Meteor strike.
Come here. I can heal you.
Yeah, this fight kind of goes downhill fast.
How come? How come? What is like? What's your goal in this position where you're at? What are you doing back here?
Poking.
Okay.
Come here. I can heal you.
So you've applied some pressure. True. You've hit some kunais.
Yes.
Has anyone really looked at you?
No.
No one has really looked at you,
Come here. I can heal you.
tried to force you out, given you any attention, right? So you're not actually drawing much attention from your team. And you've not carried your team this whole fight. If you were in another position, let's say with one of your DPS, I'm sure you could also get some damage out, put some pressure out here.
Yeah.
While also being able to carry your team.
Yes, and maybe like a heal. Yeah.
So it's not that you're not just standing here watching, right? And you're not sitting in your own backline just throwing kunais either. Like you're doing some damage. You can see the fight, and it is like in a textbook sense, it's a good angle, right? But the reality is no one on their team's looking at you. And your team needs care. And so what happens is your team dies because they're on aggressive angles that would really benefit from having a Kiri with them.
Yeah.
And you are the last one alive. Or like, maybe you're not the very last one alive, but your team dies and you're alive because they got no care. And so now you're still here throwing kunais, but now that they've dealt with the actual, like the risks on your team, now they come for you. Because it's
true. Because
they're
like
up.
now they're actually they're up, and like now they've taken care of like my DPS, the ones that are like actually gonna be pressuring them hard.
Now imagine you were up there with them, and you made it even harder for them to clear them, right? So a Genji up here is a kill threat. Their team acknowledges, or the Tracer up here is a kill threat. Their team acknowledges that in the way that they are literally trying to kill them, right? They don't want them up here in this fight. They would be even more of a threat if you're up here with them. So sometimes this is the move, but unfortunately you cannot heal your team from here. So if you can find a spot where you can do damage and healing at the same time, you like exponentially make your team more threatening because they're just harder to clear. They're harder to kill. I don't even hate the angle. Like I in another fight, it could have worked.
In another fight, it might be good if my team is like more up front, but they're not.
Right.
And
or
like,
your Tracer's here, or your Genji's here, or someone's playing here, right? Because then you can care someone. Or someone's even playing right here, right? It's just this is bad because of where your team is playing. It's good for you. It's a good selfish angle as a damage dealer, potentially.
Yeah.
Although you're not even doing a ton of damage or getting kills, you're just poking, like you said.
Yeah.
So. All right. But this isn't something that you're doing most fights. Most fights, you're going with your DPS and you're enabling them. You're making it hard for them to clear.
True.
Hard for them to be cleared. You keep them up. So that's good. So this is not a habit. Oh. Whoa. What's that, Suzu, for? Just for fun? Just for fun.
I think I was gonna go help my. I thought it was gonna help my tracer, but like I should have, like had two brain cells and realized she was gonna blink.
So so your tracer is contesting here, and when she's someone that you might want to use your Suzu on. Who else here are you going to use your Suzu on, right? She's contesting and you guys want to hold this. Count her blinks and look at her recall. So, or like track her recall and count her blinks. Or obviously you'll be able to tell when your tracer has no blinks because she's going to start playing in a really weird way that you don't usually see tracers play. Right?
Okay, true.
Standing still, like, I bet my tracer has no blinks. Right?
That's not something I would like to see my tracer do.
Right.
Yeah.
So she got nanoed, so she's probably gonna be able to ride this out a little bit longer. She recalls. Now let's start. We have Suzu. Suzuing our tracer could be on our radar.
Yeah.
But because our tracer is touching and she's still nanoed, we don't want to be on point right now. We don't need to be here. Where else could we be instead?
I don't know.
Right, you're just coming from spawn. Even this is better. Your tracer can move around enough. She's got a lot to move around over here, right?
True.
She's got a lot. And she's pretty tiny. She's got a little hitbox. Obviously she doesn't have unlimited blinks, but that's what her recall and her the nano and the Suzu is for. And you're just, if you can stay somewhere, if you can stay safe somewhere and just heal her, you guys hold this longer than if you walk up to point and you die. And then there's no more Kiri heals. I wonder if you die here. I think you should die here. Would this have been comfortable? Probably not. There's a lot of people
not
alive.
really.
Would you have just
Yeah,
gotten punched back? Maybe.
Yeah, the chances that I would have lived there were higher exponentially.
Yeah, it feels bad, but it doesn't feel as bad as this, right? Because if they look at you and your tracer at the same time, then it's a lot easier for them. At least if they're punching you off point and they're looking at you, that's one less person looking at your tracer. Or if they're looking at the tracer that's on point, they're not looking at you. That sort of thing.
Yeah, okay, so just split their destruction.
It doesn't feel good, right? But nowhere in this fight there's no safe place for you to stand. Okay, I totally get that. But on point is the worst.
Hey, what's up? Hi. Hey there.
Yeah, I'm doing a little flanker. I hate their comms too, by the way. I hate it. With all my heart. Like, what is that? Disgusting. Disgusting.
So, this fight, you guys have no ults except Kitsune, right? So I think instead of making the play that you made where you went for a flank, what could you do this fight instead? Right?
I don't know.
Instead of focusing on their backline,
Yeah.
we're 84% to ult charge and we have a Roadhog. If we just play main with our team, we can get Kitsune super fast. And we need to start with Kitsune. The Kitsune is our only ult here. And God forbid you die here. Then your team's really cooked.
True.
So, just farm Kitsune. Yeah, you got like 5% ult charge, but if you stayed with your hog and you played main, you'd have Kitsune right now. And then you guys could Kitsune now or whenever you're ready. Whereas here, I'm not sure if you're gonna have Kitsune when you want it, right? Okay, now you have Kitsune.
Guide you.
But why? What makes this Kitsune not optimal? Let's see where it is. Yeah. What?
Yeah. My team is not, except for my Roadhog, nobody can get there safely, so like it's kind of wasted.
You were sort of kitsuneing where you were forced to kitsune once your team was already kiting back here. Okay. Your hog was like 200 HP when you popped it. So he's already using vape in the beginning of your kitsune. And they have already decided to pop Echo, Dupe, and Valk to start this fight. So they've ulted first this fight. And they've been able to ult on their terms, right? So this Echo just walked up and said, you know what? I want to dupe this Cass. And she was able to do that because she was the first person to ult this fight. She could choose literally whatever she wanted because your team made no moves yet. Let's say if you guys had Kitsune earlier and you had pushed up aggressively with this, that Echo might have been forced to use her dupe defensively. She might not have gotten a dupe that she likes, that she wants as much.
You mean copy? What are you on about dupe? It's not designer brands. I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm too TikTok brained.
People also call it dupe. Copy, dupe.
Oh, wait, since when?
I've heard both, but copy, dupe. But yeah, copy. Because dupe just means copy. Like duplicate.
Okay, yeah, true.
Like duplication sequence or whatever, I don't remember.
Yeah, okay, true, I get it, but like, I'm too TikTok brain for that.
An option though here, even though it was like a little bit later, right? You could TP to your Ana back here and Kitsune from here, just so more of your team can use it, and it's a little more kiteable by you guys. Unfortunately, it means you give up this spot, but you I think that's a trade-off you're okay with making. Wow. So they just use 4 ults. And you guys only had 1. So I think in going into that, unfortunately, you just did not have good ult economy. And your Kitsune wasn't really a play that you chose to make. It was sort of forced out of you in a suboptimal position, right? So it wasn't even like a high value Kitsune. Unfortunately. Oh! Nice. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They just ult dumped, so that's that.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
Try and go through the rest of this a little faster.
Yeah, wait, we're taking, ooh.
Nah, she gets that Juno Torp, you give up, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Okay. Right, you hear that Reaper. Okay. I think you can take height here. Climb up to the left.
yeah, probably.
And then the Doom literally has to come fully off point. Commit slam if he wants to do anything to you.
Okay, true. Wait, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there like, yeah, let's just stand ground instead of climb up. Like the smart person.
Don't let him force point and threaten kills at the same time.
Yeah,
make him come off
so
point to be any sort of kill threat to you. Yeah. Just zoom forward a little bit. Okay, nice. You have your TP back by the time you're doing stuff. That looks good. Your Tracer is in a recall. You might be getting out soon. Yep.
I can heal you. Let the kitsune guide you.
Okay, good care on Ana. Oh, you're gonna get... Yeah, gosh.
I'm gonna get caught.
Ana dupe is pretty tough. Yeah.
Ana dupe is
Especially
tough.
is tough.
Especially after my Ana falls over.
And she just got Suzu out of you guys. So, man, just well played by her. Unfortunate. Your Ana needed care, so you cared her, and then it was a good play by the Echo, so it's, yeah. I mean, everything else is fine. You went with your Tracer on that angle, you TP'd back when you needed to, you popped Kitsune because it was overtime main for your team to use.
When I was a kid, you said
You had to help your Ana. That was fine. Okay. See, I like this. You guys are being sneaky. Oh. Maybe they heard you. Okay, you're already starting to back up. I like that. That's like a fair Suzu, just unlucky. Your Tracer blinked and... Oh no. Oh no. You're just trying to TP out. Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think that was fine. The one thing I will say about this is when you do plays like that,
Yeah.
you are probably not going to be farming Kitsune very fast.
Yeah.
In comparison to their team's ults or their team's support ults specifically. They don't have great support ults, right? But even so, you're farming pretty slowly by playing like that. And Kitsune would be, if you could get Kitsune up first in a fight, that would be really good for you guys.
What's up?
They have 2 minutes here? Okay. Because it's going to be overtime fight soon.
Yeah, this is not a good...
And ultimates are going to be really important in these...
Oh my... Oh no, we just lose here, I think. I get Curry gapped as well. It's so awful.
Yeah. They just get ults first. So I think that's also something to consider is when you're thinking about overtime fights, should I be playing for distraction? Should I be playing for Kitsune? Right? If it's like the beginning of a game, it's just a normal round and you're looking for space and distraction and even like picks with your Tracer, that would be fine. But here, when it comes to overtime, you've got to think about ultimates, right? Because ultimates are just so important in overtime. So that's something to consider is how much ult charge are you giving up when you make plays with your Tracer? That's a lot of downtime. Just something to consider there as well. I don't think that was like a main issue or something that happened a lot.
Yeah.
But it's something to consider, and it's going to be super case by case, and sometimes there's not going to be a clear answer either. Because sometimes one pick on their backline means that you can postpone like a full fight from happening for another 30 seconds or another 20 seconds, which could be super worth it.
Yeah, true.
But it's kind of higher risk, higher reward, whereas lower risk, lower reward, a little more consistent is going to be playing safe and farming Kitsune. So that's something to keep in mind. What else? What else did
What
we
else?
see?
Oh,
Timing with setting up on angles with your tracer. So some of these were well timed and some of these were not so well timed. We saw a little bit of both, and we were able to see what makes a well timed or a poorly timed TP for setup. And mainly, the thing we're looking at is, do you have TP back? So, do you have TP back, and or is the rest of your team? Are you engaging the same time as the rest of your team? What else? Earlier that one fight when you went on a flank instead of farming Kitsune, that is similar to this, like towards the end. I was saying, do we go on a flank with this tracer or do we farm Kitsune? Just knowing when we want to play for what, right? Are we trying to play for picks or are we trying to play for ult? So, is that all?
Yeah.
I feel like everything else was, the aggression was good. Like the idea to go on flanks with your tracer. This one fight where you didn't play with your team and you poked at their team, but you weren't really able to enable your team at the same time. You guys didn't win that fight. And that's just because your team didn't get as much care. So I think that's all the big things. That looks pretty good. You played your life. You've played so much smarter and survived so much more and cared more about what your team was doing than I've seen in the past. So that's good. Okay. I think you've improved a lot in that sense. Yay. Even on those angles where you're going with your tracer and it's not timed well with your Doomfist, or you go with your tracer and you guys go in too early, that's already improvement because you're going in with someone, right? It's hard to kind of time with your team, and that's a skill you can develop. It's its own skill. But the fact that you're doing it with your teammates is already a big improvement, I think. I think you did a lot of solo plays before. A lot more solo plays before. And sometimes solo plays can be the move, but when you have a comp like this, or like when you had a Doomfist before as well, you just get so much value enabling your front line and your flankers. So it was very cool to see you do that this game. So good job. Good job.